If you have masculine features on your face and you want to appear more feminine and soft, this video is for you. And share this video with a friend that might find this helpful, because in today's video, I'm gonna show you most common makeup mistakes that are probably stopping you from appearing feminine. So grab all of your makeup products that you use on a daily basis, all the tools from brushes and beauty sponges, and let's get into this video. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell so you won't miss out on another helpful upload. My voice is cracking because today marks the first day since I'm healthy. For the past week, girl, she's been sick. I'm struggling, honey. Without further ado, let's get into this tutorial. Your first beauty mistake that you might have been doing is not plucking your brows, honey. I've purposely let my brows grow out for this video. The dedication, honey, is unmatched. Your brow shape and your brows in general play a bigger role than you might even realize when it comes to your face appearing feminine or not feminine. In general, feminine faces have a bigger ratio, a bigger space between the eye, the lash line, and the brow itself. So the further the brow appears from the actual eye, the more feminine your face will look. And feminine brows also have quite an arch. They're not as straight, so they are more curved. So the first mistake that you might have been doing is not trimming or really shaping your brows. If you don't know how to do that yourself, I'm going to show you right now. So take your favorite tweezers, a close-up mirror, and just start tweezing your brows. I pluck my brows once a week, but if you're not sure and you're not really confident in actually creating a new brow shape, I would go to a professional. So they map out your brow, they pluck it, and then you just maintain it weekly. So it's gonna be easy and simple for you because you don't wanna over pluck, honey, because the brows sometimes they don't grow back, okay? So yeah, just be mindful. To achieve a very neat and clean look, which is important when it comes to a feminine look, don't forget little brow hairs above your brow, honey. Just take your time plucking. It took us only a few minutes to pluck this brow, but the difference between the brows is amazing because this brow looks way more lifted. First of all, way cleaner, which helps with a feminine look. So once you get used to incorporating this step into your weekly makeup and beauty routine, it's gonna be so easy, so fast, but it's gonna help tremendously with the end result. The second makeup mistake that you might actually been skipping is color correction. Color correction is amazing if you have any gray undertones. So that can come with natural discoloration. It can come from mustache or a beard of shaving that area. I frequently go to laser treatments, but I still have a 5 o'clock shadow, especially on my mustache area. So if your goal is to appear more feminine, or if you're just trying to cover that up, you have any kind of discoloration, this is gonna be amazing and a life-changing step in your makeup beauty routine. So to get rid of our gray discoloration, our 5 o'clock shadow, or whatever you're dealing with, you wanna grab a cream or a liquid blush. You don't actually have to use a color corrector. So this is the Makeup Forever palette. All the products are listed down below in the description box, so feel free to check that out. Save this video for later and come back anytime to make sure you have all the right products. So you're gonna go in with this kind of bright orange color. We are incorporating the color wheel theory in this technique. But what does that even mean? So if we have gray undertones, the complementary color is orange / in warm tone spectrum. So for the specific gray color, we have a bright orange or an orange color that is gonna cancel out any gray undertones. So this is also like for acne. Acne are usually red, so the complementary color is green. So grab any kind of flat concealer brush and just really saturate the brush with the product and go over with tapping motions. So this is kind of like a bright salmony color, and apply it on your area where you have great undertones. And prior doing this, make sure your skin is moisturized so you are incorporating your makeup skin prep routine before you actually apply any products. If you want like a full tutorial, I have 2 tutorials on how to feminize your face in depth. So they're like 40 minutes long up on my channel. So feel free to check that out if you want like a proper tutorial step by step, because this video is like a different kind of format. Comment down below if you like this type of video so far. And if you have any wishes or recommendations, feel free to comment down below and I'll gladly do it and consider it for my next upload. This kind of application for you is going to be more than enough. You don't need more product like you see on this short form content. If you watch TikTok or Instagram, there are like bright orange, really intense colors, but usually that's just for the clicks and for the views. And you can slightly blend out the edges so we have like a nice transition so it blends nicely into your skin. It's really important, especially for this step, that you set the cream, the liquid in place. So for this, you're gonna go and grab a setting powder, and setting powder should be in loose form. It should not be a pressed form of a powder. So a great example that I always say in each and every one of my videos, you can stalk my library of videos and you'll see that I always use Huda Beauty and I always come back to Huda Beauty. So this is in a translucent sugar cookie shade. It's amazing for fair skin tones, for medium skin tones, and you don't need like a colored powder for this specific step. So with a powder brush, you want to really coat it and just go over the area you placed color corrector on. Be quite generous with the amount of product you're using because you want to ensure this is not going to move anywhere. And the third makeup mistake that you might have been doing is not priming your face, because a great primer can also hide texture. And one of those primers is definitely the Milani primer. This is called the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. So it comes with this spatula. The packaging itself is iconic. It's amazing. It's a drugstore kind of product. And you scoop out the product, apply it on your hand. A little goes a long way. If you imagine a feminine face, the vision usually is softness, plumpness, and when you think about the texture of a feminine face, it's usually like poreless, smooth. So this primer is gonna really, you can tell, in real time, it's blurring texture. This is amazing. Like a freaking drugstore primer can do that, absolutely. And you can apply it on the areas where you have textures or acne or your nose. And this is really gonna help with making your face appear more feminine. If you don't like to wear makeup on a daily basis and you usually go for skin tint or for tinted SPFs, you can just incorporate this step in your routine and your face will appear more feminine because it's gonna appear softer and blurred out. This truly is an amazing product and a really undermined step in the beauty routines when we're trying to achieve this illusion. But don't go over this area. If you have like pores or texture on this area, make sure you prime it before you conceal it or color correct it. Before we go to the next step, honey, make sure this is dry. The fourth mistake that I see all the time is not using a buildable foundation. Usually when we're trying to feminize our face, there is no like golden rule which product you should go for, because if you have mature skin, you want something that's again buildable or really sheer or a skin tint. If you have a lot of texture, using 2 full coverage products will only emphasize that. So using something that's buildable, because if you want coverage, you can still get coverage. And if you don't want a lot of coverage, you can just use a tiniest bit of that foundation, is something that will definitely help with the feminization of your face. Because again, you want to look soft, you want to look radiant and plumped, and a really good high quality formula that's also drugstore. You're gonna love this one. Is from NYX. I know this is a soft matte foundation, the Make and Wonder buildable foundation. This is so good. It comes in so many shades, which is so important to me. So it's really inclusive. So when you're applying foundation, you want to apply it on your hand first, not straight to your face. Then take a sponge or a foundation brush and start just tapping the product on your skin. Girl, this is a little too light, so I'm gonna take another shade. This is in shade 14. Let's see how this one, oh, this is better. Yeah, this is better. Back to the tutorial. Now, another great tip is when you're applying your foundation, you don't want coverage on the perimeter of your face. You want the most coverage in the center of your face. Also, not on your forehead. I really want to emphasize how important it is for you to not put a lot of product on your forehead, because the forehead from the observer's eye will always be something they can clock that you're wearing a lot of makeup. Because when we're doing a lot of expression and throughout the day, you can see when you're moving your forehead. I mean, I'm frozen right now because I have Botox, but if I wouldn't have Botox, honey, if I were to move my forehead, all the lines would be exaggerated if I had a lot of product on that area. So if you have a lot of wrinkles, or if you have mature skin, or if you're just like a really expressive person, I really want you to avoid your forehead. So yeah, those were my 2 cents on an extra tip in this video. So when you apply your foundation, you wanna always tap. So tapping motions, and start in the center of your nose and then just go back and forth. Now, more coverage, of course, we want to cover that discoloration. So those are the areas, basically the center of your face, where you want to keep the most coverage and where the product should be saturated. And then the rest of our face, you just use whatever you have left on your brush. But the key element is using buildable products. So as you can see, this is quite covering, which is amazing. But you can always sheer it out with a moisturizer or a serum that you love. And it's going to be more of a skin tint. And you can always add more product to this and make it even more full coverage if you like that full beat, that full glam, dolled up look, which today I'm going for that. But usually I go for a natural look, so there is a fully natural makeup tutorial already up on my channel, and a full glam tutorial, which is a wedding makeup tutorial. If you love like a full glam, that video is going to be for you. And if you love a natural glam, it's also up. So feel free to check that out anytime or send it to a friend that might need it. And this is an amazing product. Go and apply it on your neck. So you're working with an even canvas. You don't want any like contrast between your new evened out skin tone and your neck. So never forget your neck. Also with skincare or your décolletage, honey. You have to be mindful. You have to take care of your whole body and face when it comes to taking care of it. And then place the tiniest bit on your forehead. And voila, now you're one step closer to the most amazing feminine look. The last and the 5th makeup mistake when it comes to trying to feminize your face that I usually see very often is using contour. Now, contour is great. There is, of course, a theory when it comes to shaping your face. But contour is usually gray. It has completely gray undertones. And if you're already working with an area that has discoloration in general, or from the 5 o'clock shadow or the beard area, you don't want to go for too gray of a contour. And if you're not skilled enough, which is totally okay, that's why you're watching this video, honey, like it, you want to go for a bronzer. Bronzer is basically a warm toned product, and contour is a cool undertoned product. And if you use a bronzer, you can't mess it up. You're just gonna look more tanned. You're gonna achieve that J-Lo, bronzy, Kardashian kind of look, which is always iconic. I mean, am I lying? But with contour, you can quickly mess it up. But in general, also, if you're not working with a very feminine face, if you naturally have a lot of hollowness to your face, adding more shadows and more structure to an already structured face won't make you appear feminine, but quite the opposite. You can create a more of a masculine effect. And also, if you don't have a lot of volume, if you have mature skin, especially on your cheek area, and if you're contouring that, it can visually only drag your face downwards and make you appear older, which I would assume is not the goal. So always go for bronzer if you're not really certain and if you're not confident in your makeup skills yet. Emphasis on the yet, okay? So what I usually love from creams is from the drugstore. This is the Essence Baby Got Bronze product. It's like less than $5 and it's an amazing cream bronzer. So easy to work with. You're gonna love it. But when it comes to this product, it's really waxy. So if you were to apply it straight onto your face, it would smear the previous products. Everything would move. So with this formula, you need to really warm it up. So really applying it on the palm of your hand first is the way to go. Then you want to take a cream contour brush and just really again saturate the product. And you want to saturate the most product on the perimeter of your face. And if you're not sure, always go higher with any cream contour bronzer products than lower. Because if you go higher, it will lift your face. It will definitely feminize your face. And this is such an important step. Shaping your face with cream bronzers is so essential and it can make the biggest difference when it comes to the end result. So tap, 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 never drag the brush. Whatever step you're doing, always just tap. And this is a very diffused look, which is the goal, because with feminine faces, when you think about it, everything is soft, diffused, in harmony. So you don't want any harsh lines. And this looks very subtle, but the difference is quite obvious. So this side is structured, but it's not really harsh looking. It's not masculine looking. And this side is, just flat, because when we apply foundation, we create a two-dimensional surface, and then with shaping our face with contour, bronzers, and blushes, we are adding back dimensions. Another makeup mistake that I see in this specific step is applying contour too low, as I said, or applying it like in a Bella Hadid way. If you were, so Bella Hadid way, she has very prominent hollow cheekbones, but if you apply contour in this shape, this is a very masculine looking shape. I mean, with her, of course it works, but if you are working with a masculine face or with masculine features and you want to feminize everything and soften up everything, you want your contour and your bronzers and your cheekbone go in this invisible reverse letter C shape. So this will lift that cheek. This will add optically volume to that area. So this will make everything softer. You can always add more product. It's really much harder to take it away. And what you're gonna love, and it's gonna be so easy for you to do, is to apply that as your eyeshadow, like so. And it's already lifting the eye and everything looks really cohesive and in harmony. That's my favorite word, in harmony. What's your favorite word? That's my recent favorite word. But I love harmony. When you're applying a warm toned product, which is bronzer in this case, on your jawline, you're getting rid of any discoloration that might come up throughout the day, throughout the makeup wear, even though I'm always trying to make and create a makeup look that's long lasting. The layers throughout the day are gonna fade away very slowly though. But when you're applying a bronzer, you're also shaping the jawline to make it appear more V-line, especially from the front view. And you're also adding warmth. So you're helping any kind of gray undertones to disappear even more. Okay? So that's just like a great tip. The key product that you might have been using wrong or you haven't even used at all and is so important, and it helps tremendously with the illusion of being more feminine and softer looking, is blush. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a liquid blush, highly pigmented, a little goes a long way. It's more on the expensive side, but girl, I have this for a year and I still have most of the product. If you have warm undertone skin, you want to seek out more of like peachy shades, but if you're more on a cool or neutral side, you can go and grab more pink undertoned or pink shades of blush. I'm just gonna mix these two together. Applying blush on itself visually adds volume on the area where you apply it, but it can also lift your face. So if you have volume, if you're not lacking volume on the mid-face area, you can apply blush above your bronzer where you would usually apply highlighter. But this is gonna optically, visually lift your face. If you really lack volume, also applying it on the apples of your cheek will help with the volume, but again, applying it on top of your cheekbone will simultaneously add volume and lift your face. So in any case, if you have mature skin or if you lack volume in these two cases, adding it to the apples of your cheek and on top of your cheekbone, connecting it to the temples of your face will really lift your whole face, and you literally can't go wrong with this technique and this application. And I always love to add blush on my eyelid. Yay. And for that harmonic, cohesive look, applying blush in the middle of your nose ever so slightly. As a bonus tip in this video, because I feel so generous today, using a setting spray, a dewy setting spray in between the steps is going to help to rehydrate your skin. If you're layering a lot of products, your skin can quickly soak up all the moisture and it can look quite cakey after you apply foundation, after you apply your creams, especially after powder. Using something like this from NYX is gonna be amazing and so refreshing for your skin. So it's gonna feel good and nourishing, but it's also gonna add to more of a healthy and softer looking end result. So always bathe yourself in this. You can't use too much. And now this is your finished makeup with all of these mistakes corrected. What do you think? Do we love it? If you actually want a step-by-step tutorial how to achieve this look, this is basically a copy-paste of my sweat-proof and humid-proof long-lasting wedding makeup that's already up on my YouTube channel. So make sure to give this video a like, and if it was helpful or valuable in any kind of way, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you won't miss out on another helpful upload. And if you have any wishes or questions, comment down below and let's chat down there. Again, all of the products are listed down below in the description box for this specific makeup video. And I really want you to remember and engrave in your brain, honey, that you are the baddest baddie. You always have been and you always will be. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.